Over 3 million documents have been released by the US Department of Justice in the latest batch of the Epstein files. Tom Cheshire explains.
High society, sordid crimes and the consequences of them. The latest release of millions of files is helping us build the fullest picture of Jeffrey Epstein's wretched life. Among them are these new images of Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor. They show him on all fours. In two of the pictures, he appears to be touching a woman's stomach, while the others show him looking straight at the camera. The photos appear without explanation, date or further context, and there's no suggestion of any wrongdoing. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor has always denied any allegations against him. But these files aren't just about lurid photos or ill-advised friendships. They document in precise detail exactly what Epstein did. One document here shows a list of some of the witnesses. It looks dry and methodical until you see the ages, 17 years old, for all these victims. At high school, these were school children, and they were abused hundreds of times. Other victims described being raped and beaten in graphic detail. Victims' journals are also included in the files. One victim took this pre-branded title, Flights of Fancy, and altered it, so it read Flights and Yachts of Horror. Those are just some of the shocking crimes that would form part of the later investigation. And the documents also include an interview with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Did you ever give a massage to anyone other than Mr. Epstein at any of Mr. Epstein's properties?
First of all, I never said I gave Mr. Epstein a massage.
I'll ask that question if you want, but I was focusing on people other than Mr. Epstein right now.
I didn't give massages.
Okay.
Prosecutors did repeatedly try to uncover the full truth of Epstein's crimes. The newest files contain a deposition of Epstein from 2010, part of a civil lawsuit. He invoked US constitutional amendments to refuse to answer questions.
How did you meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I intend to respond to all relevant questions to this lawsuit. However, at the present time, my attorneys have counseled me that I cannot provide answers to any questions relevant to this lawsuit and must accept this advice or risk losing my right to effective representation. Accordingly, therefore, I assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right to the U.S. Constitution.
But authorities did eventually build their case. This is where Epstein's crimes ultimately led him, a bare prison cell in July 2019. This is where he killed himself, a month or so after his arrest. Up until his arrest, though, Epstein continued his high society life, and there's lots of famous names in these latest documents. Now, just being mentioned doesn't imply any wrongdoing. One of those names is the world's richest man, Elon Musk. He's always denied any close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but they exchanged numerous emails trying to arrange a visit for Musk to Epstein's island in the Caribbean. In one of them, Musk goes on to write this: "What day, night will be the wildest party on your island?" Now, Musk has addressed those allegations directly on X. He wrote, "No one pushed harder than me to have the Epstein files released, and I'm glad that has finally happened. I had very little correspondence with Epstein and declined repeated invitations to go to his island or fly on his Lolita Express, but was well aware that some email correspondence with him could be misinterpreted and used by detractors to smear my name. I don't care about that, but what I do care about is that we at least attempt to prosecute those who committed serious crimes with Epstein, especially regarding heinous exploitation of underage girls." So this is the fullest picture we have, but only so far. We've been through thousands of documents. There are millions more still to look through and plenty more still to come out.